Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going to be doing a battle of the Skittles. What exactly is a battle of the Skittles? Well, it's coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. And if you're looking to get early access to Caffeine Man videos and other perks and help support the channel, I do offer channel memberships. You can hit the join button down below, or I'll include a link in a pinned comment if you want to check it out. And in today's video, we're doing a battle of the Skittles. And what exactly is that? Well, I'm sure you guys remember I recently did a video on the C4 Skittles collab, and therefore there should only be one Skittles flavor. But it's not really all that cut and dry. How many times have you tried a uniquely flavored drink, uniquely named drink, so you didn't know what it was going into it, and then after a few seconds of drinking the drink, you're like, you know what? This actually tastes a little bit like Skittles. Or, oh hey, this tastes like Smarties. Or this tastes like, insert popular candy name here. And when we don't know what the flavor is because they don't give it a clear upfront name, we really don't know how to describe it, so we describe it to the most popular thing that we know, whether it's the most popular candy, or another drink, or even some of the different foods that we try. So when Skittles actually came out, it made me very curious about the other drinks that we all said, hey, you know, this kind of tastes like Skittles. But does it actually taste like Skittles? There's only one way to find out. That is with a battle of the Skittles. And it is actually a great way to compare drinks. I did something similar with the orange cream flavors. There were several orange creamsicles that came out, and they really did taste like orange creamsicles, and they all rated in the 9s. So how do you actually say which one's the best one? You compare them side by side by side. That's what we're going to be doing with some of the flavors that we all thought tasted most like Skittles. So, what drinks do we have going on in this challenge? Well, these are the ones that I thought were the strongest competitors. We have the Alani Nu Cosmic Stardust. We also have the Raze Rainbow. And I do know that there is a Sour Rainbow that just came out. It will probably be a few weeks before I get to that review. We have the Bang Radical Skadattle. We don't have the Purple Kittles because I thought the Purple Kittles was much more of a grape and purpley kind of Skittles, whereas the Radical Skadattle was more towards the universal kind of Skittles. And lastly, we have the C4 Skittles collab. This is C4 collabing with the actual company Skittles, but we shall see how this one is compared to the rest, and if these do actually taste like Skittles. Let's get this started. When I first rated all of these drinks rated in the 9s. When I rated them, they were all great candy kind flavors, similar to Skittles or some of your other favorite candies. But for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is doing a little bit of a different rating, and I'm going to rate them to see how close to Skittles they actually are. The closer to 10 you get, the closer to Skittles you are. Further away from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, the less like Skittles you are. First one up, we're going to start off with the Alani Nu Cosmic Stardust, and this is the only one that will be colored. All the rest of them will be clear, but it is actually colored with fruit and vegetable juice, so it is all natural colors. And even though I already know the colors, that they're mostly clear, I will still do the typical pouring it into a cup so that you can see it. And this is actually just, I would almost say it is close to clear, but it does have a little bit of a pinkish, maybe purplish color to it. Let's go ahead and taste it out. Definitely a great candy flavor, very sweet. Definitely does remind me of Skittles, but I am actually picking up a little bit more of a grape tone to it that I probably might not have picked up my first time. And the fact that they redesigned the cans and they did make it a little bit more purple does make me think they went with a little bit more grape. And then I am getting that candied flavor, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm getting a cherry in there or not, but I am getting some other flavors in there so that it's not just a grape drink. And when I did rate this, I rated this a 9.2 based on flavor alone, but when it comes to tasting like a Skittles flavor, I do think that it is a candy type flavor, but I'm not really sure if it is like Skittles. If I were to eat Skittles, how close this is. I think I'm going to give this like a 7.75. Moving on to the Rainbow. Clear color. And they were clever with the name Rainbow, you know, Skittles slogan, and even Radical Skadattle. Skadattle similar to Skittles. close enough, has most of the same letters. But this is really good. It's not going towards that grape flavor completely. There's maybe a hint of grape in there, but there are some other flavors in there as well. And I am getting a hint of those citrus flavors, a little bit of that lemon, a little bit of some lime in there. I'm not really getting too much cherry flavor, maybe just a subtle hint of cherry on the back end, because you do get your flavors up front, then you do get those back end flavors. But I really think it's a matter of what kind of flavors you get mostly primarily out of Skittles, depending on what your favorite color is and which one is the strongest or most dominant one when you put all of them into your mouth. And I am trying to pick out all of the different flavors that are in there, because Skittles is a mix of different flavors, and some people, their taste buds focus on the more dominant flavor and can't always pick out the other flavors in there. So I am trying to pick out all the other flavors. And of course I do need to correct myself, because some people pointed out that the red in the Skittles isn't actually cherry, it is strawberry. So when I was saying I was getting a cherry flavor out of things, it was really more towards of a strawberry, which how do you get those flavors mixed up? In energy drinks, they are a little bit similar. If you get a light cherry flavor, it tastes like strawberry. But let's face it, when you have 4 to 5 flavors being crammed into one drink, it's really hard to pick out all the flavors, and you might mix them up. And some people were saying, this was an interesting one too, some people were saying that the green was actually supposed to be apple, and I did not get any apple out of the drink. So I end up looking it up, and original Skittles were lime colored for the green. For about 2 or 3 years recently, they did actually change it to apple, but there were so many complaints that people liked their lime that they went back to lime just at the end of last year, I think it was. But you can look it up for yourself. They were actually lime to begin with, switched over to apple, switch back to lime, and I think I am getting the lime from these as opposed to me tasting cherry when it's actually strawberry. But that being said, I do think that the rainbow came pretty close. Raze did a great job with it. I am actually gonna say that is like an 8.75 for it tasting like Skittles, and I think that there is just something a little bit different about Skittles that gives it its actual Skittles flavor that Raze didn't pick up on, but that does not mean it is not a good flavor. I actually scored the Raze a 9.0 when I did the original review on it. Let's move on to that Radical Skadattle. This is a double check to make sure it's not the Rainbow Unicorn. So similar cans. Clear cutter. This is interesting because when I remember originally reviewing the drink, I thought that this tasted most like Skittles, and I really thought that out of these drinks, this one was going to be the most competitive in tasting like Skittles. But after trying these other two so far, I'm not really sure how close to the Skittles it is. Don't get me wrong, it is a great delicious candy flavor, and you are getting some of the, you probably get more strawberry out of this one than the other ones. You're not getting too much grape. I think they put a lot more grape in the purple Skittles, and I'm not picking up on much citrus in here. That lemon and lime really isn't in here. If anything, I think I am getting a touch, just a itty bitty bit of that orange in here, and just a hint of some citrus, which is interesting because I think in the other drinks, the rainbow, and if I remember from the Skittles, I usually got the lemon and the lime as the citrus flavors because they are a little bit stronger, more dominant flavors in general. So I'm surprised that I'm not getting that out of here, and I probably liked it a little bit more because I prefer strawberry and grape kind of flavors as opposed to lemon and lime. But to be accurate to the drink, I think that you have to have a little bit of all those flavors. And I am going to go back in. I don't want to go back too much because this is a lot of milligrams of caffeine plus the other videos I have to do today, but I got to be accurate. Well, I mean, I think it is a great flavor. I rated this like a 9.65 because it really is a great candy kind of flavor. But when it comes to tasting like Skittles, I'm not really sure how close it is. I'm going to put this cup down, and for the first time, I am going to do my side-by-side, going in right from the can and seeing which one I think tastes a little bit more like Skittles. But yeah, you know, I'm actually going to put these in order that I actually think that the rainbow tastes a little bit more like Skittles than the Bang does. And Yeah, I'm actually going to give the bang an 8.25 because it's not too far away from this one. These both taste good candy flavors, and I can see how people would say they're similar to Skittles. But for an accurate representation of Skittles, I think the rainbow name is closer to the rainbow of flavor. But let's go ahead and let's taste the actual Skittles flavor, see if it tastes the closest to Skittles. Now, before we go ahead and taste the C4 Skittles out, I do feel personally obligated to let you know this. I am always upfront and honest with you guys. I am actually sponsored by C4. And if you're new to my channel, you're gonna be like, well, this is an entirely biased video, but it really isn't. I've only been recently sponsored by C4. I probably reviewed over 75% of their drinks before I was actually sponsored by them. So I was actually really happy to be sponsored by them because a large majority of those 75% I really liked. I think they're a really great company and I am happy that they sponsored me. But that being said, I have always given you guys honest reviews, and not every single C4 has rated all that great. Most of them have, but there have been one or two misses, and I will always give you guys my honest review, and I will do the same thing when I taste this out. And because I am sponsored by C4, I will let you guys know that if you like C4, you can save 20% off when you use coupon code CaffeineMan at the Cellular website, and that includes all the C4 products, all the Cellular products, and all the Extend products. And I do also have to get something else out of the way, and this was based on all the comments that I got on this drink because there was a lot of hype about this Skittles flavor, especially after the C4 Starburst line that they came out with. The C4 Starburst got raving reviews by a lot of people because they did a really great job with it. So when everyone heard they were doing Skittles, everyone was super extra excited. But I did want to address some of the comments because I do respond to a lot of my comments from people, but I do think a lot of them are worth explaining in this video for all the people that don't read the comments. So in my comments and from talking to people about these energy drinks, a majority of people thought that these were great drinks and thought that they actually tasted like Skittles or really, really close to Skittles. And I'm talking like over 80%. So they really did a great job, not just by my opinion, but from what I've heard from others. But there was a small percentage of people that did say, oh, I'm not really sure if it tasted like Skittles. It was still a great flavor, but not sure if it was Skittles. And then there were a couple of comments, maybe more than a couple, but enough comments for me to address it in this video. That said they didn't think it tasted like Skittles, and if anything, they thought it tasted more like fruit punch. And the thing is, if it was one or two comments, I'd be like, maybe these are some trolls on my channel because I always assume certain comments are from trolls. But I do know that they weren't trolls. They've left lots of comments before. And I do know, and I say it in all my videos, that we do all have different taste buds. So some people like sours more, some people like candy flavors more, some people like fruits more. But when I started seeing several comments of people saying that it tasted more like a fruit punch, I said, I gotta address this because listen, I don't like fruit punch. I'm just gonna flat out tell you that right now. I don't like fruit punch. I didn't like fruit punch as a kid. I don't like fruit punch as an adult. And whenever I have to review a flavor that is fruit punch, in my head, I go, ugh. But when I do the review, I base it on if it is actually tastes like what they're supposed to taste like, and I do know what fruit punch is supposed to taste like. So I do rate the drinks based on them being a fruit punch. So all the fruit punches I review, they don't get like 5s and 6s. Personal preference, they probably would. But if they did a good job, then they get 7s, they get 8s. And there is no way, I don't care what people say, that this tasted like fruit punch because it was an amazing flavor. All these flavors, like I said, in the 9s. Now, I am not the type of person to tell anybody that they're wrong, especially with their own opinions and what they taste. If someone tastes something and that's what they taste, now I'm not going to tell them you're tasting something wrong. That's what they taste. That's why there are some companies that make grapefruit flavors because people like grapefruit. But then at the same time, grapefruit was discontinued from Red Bull and you don't see many grapefruit energy drinks out there because they didn't sell. They sold a decent amount because there are some people that like that flavor, but not enough people like that flavor, which just goes to prove we have different taste buds, but some people's taste buds are in the minority. And the funny thing is, some people don't even know this. You know, they're like, I don't understand why there aren't more grapefruit flavors. Grapefruit is so delicious. And it's like, well, let's put it this way. And this is just a fact. If these drinks are being discontinued, cranberries being discontinued, grapefruits being discontinued, the reason why they're being discontinued is because nobody likes them. There's only a small amount of people that like them. And these are probably the people that were in the boardroom saying, listen, grapefruit's a great flavor. And everyone else is like, all right, fine, we'll do it. But if the numbers don't perform, I'm getting rid of it. Numbers didn't perform. So I tell those people to take a close look in the mirror. Are you the type of person that likes things, like lots of different things, that no one else seems to like, and you can't understand why they don't like it? Well, the reason is because your taste buds are a bit different than a majority of people. So for all of you out there who thought this tasted like fruit punch and left comments that it tasted like fruit punch, and then all those people that are reading the comments wondering if it tastes like fruit punch, chances are a majority of people didn't think it tasted like fruit punch. So you're safe to try this drink. And lastly, there were some people that were just extremely critical of this drink, which is understandable. I mean, when you put the name Skittles, that logo on there, that brand on there, people are expecting something from you. When you just say Rainbow or Radical Skadattle, if you taste like Skittles, that's close enough. But when you put your name on there, Skittles, you better taste like Skittles, because there are going to be people that say, this didn't taste like Skittles. I am confident that for all the people that said this did not taste like Skittles, and were pretty vehement about it too. Yeah, I just used the word vehement. Look it up. I am confident that 100% of those people, if they didn't put Skittles on the name and they called it something closer to a Rainbow or closer to a Radical Skadattle, that 100% of the people would say, oh wow, this drink, what's this drink taste like? It reminds me of a candy. Oh, it tastes like Skittles. And that is the reason, getting back to the main point of this, why I'm actually scoring these on a 1 to 10 system as to which one tastes closest to Skittles. Because these taste like Skittles, this tastes close to Skittles, but does this taste exactly like Skittles? Is it gonna score a 10? Or is it gonna be like a 9.5 because, yeah, it tastes really close to Skittles? Or, you know what, it's gonna be a 9 because, yeah, Skittles is something that I related to. It's not exactly like the candy, but you know what? It's not candy. It's an energy drink. And I would actually say that this one right here, scoring at that high score that I gave it, 8.75, they probably could have put the Skittles logo on here and not too many people would complain, except for those really critical people. I have now talked way too long about this, so let's get into the moment of truth. Is this gonna taste like Skittles or not? Well, hey, I'm pretty sure from everything that I've said and everything that I've said about these, they all taste like Skittles, but do any of them taste good enough to be called Skittles? Clear color. 200 milligrams of caffeine, 300 milligrams of caffeine, 300 milligrams of caffeine, 200 milligrams of caffeine in a 12-ounce can. Gotta talk about the caffeine. Caffeine, man. Let's taste it out. I gotta say, that to me is the closest to Skittles, and let me tell you the flavors that I got out of there. And this is actually similar to my original review. I thought it might change a little bit because I did watch several other reviews that people did taste something a little different than what I got out of it. But I am still definitely getting that lemon lime flavor on the forefront. I think those are the strongest flavors. Not that they're overpowering the drink, but those are what I first taste on my taste buds. And then I think I said this before, the cherry came in or the grape came in, or should I say strawberry. And then on the back end, I think I got a little bit of that orange flavor. And I am gonna say that this is the only one that gives you all of the flavors. This one was heavy in grape. This one didn't have enough citrus in it. This one gave you a balance of the citrus and the other flavors, which is why it tasted more closely to Skittles. And this one gives you all the flavors. So doing a side by side really helps you figure out which one tastes the closest. And I would have to say that this is probably like a 9.25 for that Skittles flavor. And I am actually going to drink a little bit from the can because there are a lot of people that say it tastes a little bit different from the can than it does in a cup. And maybe that can flavor does make it taste a little bit more grapish. It definitely tastes a little bit different. It's always weird when this happens because I'm like, people are crazy. They don't taste different. It's the same exact drink. But there's something about the metal. Not that you can taste metal either. That's weird. So there you have it. That is the battle of the Skittles, in my opinion, because you always got to throw that in there. In my opinion, this one does taste the most like Skittles. But honestly, it doesn't matter. All these flavors are great flavors, and I really think these two right here taste the closest to Skittles. This one just a little bit more than this one. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. You can tell me I'm crazy. You can tell me they all taste like fruit punch. But whatever you do, definitely leave the word Skittles, because I have one more thing to say to you guys. Because you stayed to the end of the video, I am actually going to be doing a giveaway. Let me show you what I'm giving away. I am actually going to be giving away your actual personal 4-pack of the Skittles drink in this nice, beautiful box. Let's flip this around for a second. Pull this out. That's right, in here you have 4 of the Skittles. And I am not just giving one of these away, I am actually gonna be giving this away to 2 lucky Caffeine Man viewers. All you have to do is leave a comment down below using the word Skittles somewhere in your comment and you will be entered. Must be 18 or over to enter, US residents only, no PO boxes. Full rules and details in the description box down below. I will most likely put it in a pinned comment too, because I'm pretty sure mobile viewers don't get the description box. I need to post the rules for everyone according to YouTube. And since today is Tuesday, I am gonna run this for 4 days. That should give everyone enough time to watch this and enter before midnight on Friday. And I will announce the winner, 2 winners, on Saturday in a community post and on my social media. But please be sure to check my community post on Saturday or Sunday, because sometimes not everyone sees community posts. You specifically have to go there. I will also respond to the winner's comment, so keep an eye on that notification at the top to see if you have any messages. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.